far sideline, knocked away. Kiari Smith breaking on the ball and making the good recovery. Looked like Kelly almost had his hands on that one.
It did, and you know, the thing is, had the ball been delivered a little quicker, he was open, but a good close by Smith knocked the ball away. See right there, he threw it a little bit behind him. He had to turn around. Had he let him, of course that's easy for me to say, I couldn't have let him on a bet. But
and had Kiari not made that play, it likely would have gone for a touchdown.
They're looking for a bounce here. They get a bounce.
Pat Scott takes it on a bounce at the 39-yard line. And the Cougar offense coming back on the field, looking to pad the lead a little bit. They're up a touchdown on West Genesee with under 10 minutes to play in the first half. Want to remind you to tune into the OCC Inside High School Sports Show with Mike Bristol, Phil Blackwell, and Pete Spadora, Saturday mornings from 10 to 11 o'clock on Sports Radio 620 WHEN. It's brought to you by the U.S. Army, Sam Dell, and Sprint PCS. Inside High School Sports, Saturday mornings at 10 o'clock. Stackhouse, not much on first down, that Wildcat defense. A lot of pad popping out there. Cometti up there to lay down some lumber. Only 6'2", 140.
Well, not only 6'2", 6'2", only 140.
Only 140, there it is.
Yeah.
That's where the only goes.
Yeah. Well, I know it's not 240, but...
just a sophomore, Luke Cometti. Of course, West Genesee, one of their best lacrosse players the last few years, Mark Cometti. And a reverse for Saps, and look out. He can get around Andrianos, but he can't. Great play. Matt Andrianos, as a flag comes down late, couple of flags. And Meliquan Saffold jumping around out of bounds. We'll check the marker and see what that's about. As it stands right now, it's a first down for Corcoran. Tom Holgate signaling first down, and then a personal foul against the Cougars, so they'll mark it off after the pickup. The second personal foul for Corcoran after a big play. I know Tim Schmidt won't like that.
We had a first down by Corcoran. We have a dead ball, personal foul against Corcoran. It's going to be 1st and 10.
So, yeah, lost a little bit of composure there out of bounds, and that's going to cost them 15. They got the nice first down on the reverse, but a little something too late cost them 15, and you're right. Tim Schmidt will not like that.
So the Cougars backed up to their own 38-yard line, which is about where they just were a couple plays ago. Stackhouse, nice hole. Got about 6 on first down. Hit delivered by West Genesee. Is that Corey Hopkins up there to make the hit?
They got some good blocking up front for Corcoran, and it's been pretty consistent. One of the things that you look at, Dwayne Garden, the left guard 54, and the center Nate Burgess have been opening good holes up all night.
They gave him 7 on first down. Looks like almost the same play. Flags come down. And there's Cometti up there making the tackle in the backfield. Check the penalty.
You know, it's been relatively penalty-free. Now we're getting a spate of them.
And many of them have been going against the Corcoran Cougars. They'll be backed up again.
Shows you how much penalties can kill you.
Yeah, assuming West Genesee will accept this penalty.
Well, holding penalties, depending on where the spot is, can sometimes be longer than 10 yards.
On the run, we have a hold on the offense. Repeat, second down.
Back to their 34-yard line. So Tim Schmidt has some things to talk about with his guys at halftime, despite their lead at this point. Three big penalties against the Cougars. A couple of them on this drive. Looked like they were trying to set up the screen. Anastasi has to run loose. Oh, and he's knocked.
What a collision.
Somebody got knocked backwards. That wasn't Anastasi, it was Saps.
Scott was over.
got to the 40.
Scott was over there again, 55. Boy, he finds the ball and gets over there quickly. He was over there along with number 17, Karpinski. But Scott, boy, he's always looking for the ball.
I mean, somebody just went flying on the far side. Take another look. And the far side is the near side.
Yep.
To you watching at home.
Watch. You're going to see Saps right there. There was the hit delivered by Scott. He knocked Saps back right here, right there, leading interference. He just knocked him and then turned around looking for the ball.
Anastasi looking for Saps, and it is intercepted.
Yes. No,
what a catch. No, on the ground as Kelly came up with it. And they're going to call no catch. So it'll be a fourth down coming up for Corcoran. Boy, it looked like Kelly had it.
Well, let's look.
Off the hands of Saps initially, and then Kelly back there on defense.
Ball's knocked up.
Well, it looked like he was close. So off his leg, possibly, off the ground. And the official saw it as off the ground, so it'll be a punt situation, and actually could be a better situation for West Genesee if they can get a return here.
They're going after it.
Low kick. Oh, what a bounce for Corcoran. This one's going to roll inside the 5-yard line. So much for a better situation. Nate Burgess, the long snapper, is down it at the 3-yard line. So Dave Phillips, 55 yards on the kick. He's also got a 52-yarder tonight.
If you looked up in the air for that ball, you'd never find it. It was a perfect kick. It was about 10 yards off the ground and then took a hop on this nice turf they have here all the way down inside the 5. Got a low snap and just see them. They came close.
Almost like a squib punt.
Yep. And Kelly not able to scoop that up.
Oh, and he's just hating it right there.
Well, he knows it's going to put him in awful field position. Now your playbook. They talk about the thick playbook. Forget it. It's now gotten very thin.
That's right.
Give it to Kluge.
There it is. Kluge not going anywhere. They must have heard you, Dale. Morris Sledge in there to drag Kluge down right at the line of scrimmage. And again, here's another spot where you just do not want to help the Cougars out any.
Well, and you got too much time. You can't wait. You got 6 minutes and 36 seconds left, so you got to get a first down. You really don't want to be punting from there because I think you just would see a large contingent of maroon jerseys headed your way. Spreading them out.
4 wide for the Wildcats on 2nd and 10 from their 3. Slant pass had the man open, but a little bit behind his intended receiver, J.P. Thaberge. And it'll bring up a 3rd and long.
When you spread them out like that, it doesn't. Your passing lanes open up. So what you hope to do is get it inside, just a quick pop pass, so you don't have to take any time. Take a 3-step drop or 2-step drop, pop it out. But invariably, what happens is, especially in high school, they don't get a chance to set up and see, and they throw the ball, and it's not delivered exactly the way it's supposed to, and it's oftentimes incomplete. When we used to throw them, they were usually intercepted.
Well, I guess incomplete's better than intercepted.
Any day.
0 for 3 on 3rd down, and somebody flinched
the
in the
fullback.
backfield. Dan Delaney, just the faintest of flinches, but Tom Holgate was back there to see it.
That's about time we lay him.
Dead ball.
It's about time we lay him.
False start on the offense. 3rd down.
Not a big penalty yardage-wise, but only a yard and a half.
You can see him flinch right there.
Well, what's Coach Bush calling now? Want to air this one out? Not likely. 3rd and 11 from the 1.5. He's in trouble, gets out of there. Albertine, good job of avoiding the safety, and he got about 5 or 6 yards for his punter. Mission accomplished. Chris Albertine was in the grasp for a second. DeQuan Smith, I believe, got in there. Actually, it was more a sledge again.
Boy, for a freshman, boy, he's playing well, isn't he? And he just gets the corner. Finally knocked out of bounds by Kieri Smith, but he did get him a little bit of room to punt.
Probably not enough as far as Shawn Mowry's concerned, but pretty good kick for Mowry. Going for the sideline again. Saps takes it on the bounce. Good coverage. And he's brought down right where he caught it. Andrianos down there in coverage again, and more flags come down after the play. Flags are also down in the end zone where Mowry was kicking from, so we could have offsetting penalties.
This is why, you know what, people think they know football. All right, how do you assess this penalty? It's very difficult. This is not just a cut and dry. That's why they got to sit and talk. And when did this happen? And where did this happen? Was a dead ball? So it's it's a complicated thing being an official of football. I guarantee you.
You're absolutely right. A lot of times at home you think, well, this is so easy. You should be able to get this. But
yeah,
when you really come down and try and think about it, how to straighten it all out, it gets a little confusing.
So it's
well, looks like they're one on each side. And we'll see with Tom Holgate how he straightens this all out. Another personal foul penalty called on this one on West Genesee this time.
Yeah, this game is they're getting a little, as they say, chippy. Some of these have been they're not inadvertent. Some of them are starting to, I think, get a little payback, and it's going to hurt you.
Well, they'll go back to the original line of scrimmage and start marking off the penalty. And that must be the running into the kicker penalty. They marked off 5 yards.
Which they're measuring.
All right, instead of having us guess what's going on, let's tell you about 1st and 10 because we know that's happening tonight. 11 o'clock, 1st and 10 on News 10 Now as the second half of the football season gets underway tonight. Final 3 games, regular season games of the year, all the highlights and scores from all around the area coming up tonight at 11 o'clock on News 10 Now. Well, West Genesee is that close to a first down. Not quite there.
Well, I mean, they've stretched the chain out. That's it. It's short.
Nice to feel welcome, isn't it, Dale?
It is nice to feel welcome here, and it's a great facility.
Really is, and I was commenting on the view. When you walk out of the press box, you got a great view of the whole Syracuse University campus. You can see the Carrier Dome out there, and a lot of these guys look out there when they're practicing and think, hey, maybe someday I'll be playing in that dome, either in sectionals or maybe in college at some point.
And by the same token, they could be looking up here and saying, maybe I, too, can be on television like Mark Larson.
I doubt that very much. All right, I think we're about to get some explanation. Well, Steve Bush is getting some explanation. And we'd like some too, and eventually it'll come our way. Would you like to look and see what Shawn Stackhouse has done so far?
I think that's a good idea.
All right, let's do that. Shawn Stackhouse at the heart of this running game for the Corcoran Cougars so far. A 56-yard touchdown run among his efforts tonight.
made the end, got good yardage. This is the one where he breaks it all the way back against the grain and gets through 2 tackles and all the way 56 yards for a touchdown.
Stackhouse nearing the 100-yard mark.
We have running into the kicker, 5-yard penalty. Did not make the first down by inches. We have a dead ball, personal foul against West Genesee. We were penalized half the distance. The end result will be 4th down and about 6.
Well, there
I
you
told
go.
you it's not simple.
So they had to mark off a pair of penalties and first figure out if it was a first down, and then it would have been first down and long, but since it wasn't a first down, now it's
half the distance. Right?
4th down.
Yeah.
Okay.
I see obviously the kicker's going to get run into right there. That was obvious. And then he's down and then hit after he's down, and they're going to protect him. A good call.
Okay, so here we go. It's at the,
We've been here before.
after about a 5 or 10 minute delay here, we're set to go again. And Mowry now a little bit deeper in his own end zone. See if he can get off a big boot. Not much heat on him as they set up the return. Saps beats the first guy and can't get out of the grasp of the others, but still great field position at the 34-yard line of the West Genesee Wildcats after a 31-yard kick and a short return. They're actually at the 33, so the Cougars almost in scoring position already. 5:38 to go here in the second quarter.
Excuse me, just going to win in that field position battle, which is so important in college. Pros, they'll tell you the first thing is, well, what play are you going to use? Well, where are we on the field? And that really dictates what kind of what portion of your offense you're going to use. So now it's obviously wide open for Corcoran. Great field position, as you said, about 36 yards, 35 yards out from a touchdown.
And plenty of time to get there. And a big test now again for the West Genesee defense. Anastasi rolling right. Oh, good defensive
Nice
play. Dan Delaney arrived just at the right time and knocked the ball loose, forced the incompletion.
They had Saps long, and they had underneath, they had Binder, and then the hit knocked the ball away. It was a nice hit. There's Delaney, number 25.
Sack and a half for Delaney from the secondary position. Strong left formation, and Stackhouse. No, it wasn't Stackhouse. It was Jaheim Green, his first carry, and he slipped down in the backfield, a loss of 2 on the play. College football doubleheader here on Time Warner Sports 26, Saturday afternoon. 1 o'clock kick, Colgate and Cornell as Big Red and Raiders get together again. And then at 4 o'clock, Big East football. The Louisville Cardinals hosting Florida Atlantic. That's a 4 o'clock kick right here on Time Warner Sports. 3rd and long for the Cougars. Fake the pitch, give it up the middle, inside the 30, battling, but not going to get the first down.
And Martin on the bottom, isn't it?
Ulysses Martin getting the carry. Well, the Cougars have a large stable of guys they can give it to, and it's Martin this time.
Now they run a little inside handoff. They ran a double tight wide receivers all bunched up in a double, and then handed the ball off inside, and it brings up 4th and about 6.
Mangoski in the middle of that pileup, where he's been most of the night. And the Cougars will go for it on 4th and 6. Flags before the play is underway. Exactly 4 minutes to go here in the first half. And just lately, a rash of penalty markers This one against the Cougars.
Dead ball, false start on the offense, 4th down.
Well, now it's 4th and a little longer. 9 penalties here in the first half alone, and we hope that ratio lessens a little bit in the second half. And they will go for it on 4th and long. Going for Saps on the far side. He got it, 1st down inside the 20. Darnell Saps got himself open. Josh Karpinski having trouble keeping up with him, as a lot of folks have. 15 yards on the gain and a 1st down.
Well, Daisy did a nice job of waiting until he finishes his pattern. Look at nice spiral coming right at you, and took him to the outside, and then good recovery by Karpinski, but you can't, hard to guard him, so you got to guard him tight. And they ran a nice little slow, lazy curl that went up and out.
Now a quick hitter right up the middle. Justin Jones gets the carry. 5 or 6 different guys carrying for the Cougars, while on the other side, West Genesee limited a little bit with their depth, with their leading rusher out for the year. Kluge's been doing most of the work in the backfield for the Wildcats. And that depth is obviously a problem as the season wears off here, or wears on. Wyatt Lozano, big man in the middle for West Genesee, trying to hold the line. At the 15. Not much. 3rd down coming up. Doug Richardson on the tackle for West Genesee.
Richardson and Delaney there. There's Richardson, 6'2", 285. Brings up a 3rd. Little delay. Counter. Ran to the 285 pounds.
Lozano and Richardson both 285. A couple of big boys in the middle. And both seniors. Now the Cougars have missed their last 4 3rd down conversion tries. Under 2.5 to go here in the first half. A timeout taken by the Cougars.
Andrianos just crawled over to the sideline, the Wildcat outside linebacker. He's up now, but I think that was one of the problems. Was the Cougars took the timeout?
Cougars took the timeout.
Yeah, well, it helped West Genesee because they were trying to get a linebacker in there.
Good time to check the league stats coming into this game. Ahmad Burks of Corcoran standing 6th in AA1, and his teammate right behind him, Stackhouse, Antoine Johnson, who we saw a couple of games ago atop the AA1 standings, 671 yards in the first 4 games. There you see Greg Whipple, who's out for the season for West Genesee. He also is their leading receiver. And those are receiving yards. Their leading rusher and leading receiver out for the year. Darnell Saps adding to his totals here tonight. He'll hope to move up the charts, although the 3 guys from CBA, they pass the ball around there, the brothers do, and they're hosting CNS tonight. Chris Albertine, 2nd in passing yards in AA1 behind Greg Paulus' younger brother, Mike Anastasi, 6th in the league standings. All right, back to action now, 3rd and 5. Stackhouse fakes the reverse, kind of picks his way through the defense, and he got a 1st down. Flags come down to the play as well, as Shawn Griffin made the tackle. And our 10th penalty of the first half. Another personal foul call, this one against West Genesee. And I think the officials might have to gather the coaches together and try to have them talk to their kids at halftime or something. 4, is that 4 personal fouls?
I believe so.
We had a 1st down on the play. Then we had a dead ball, personal foul against a defense, half the distance. It'll be 1st and goal.
Now either they're calling those closely, or things are, as you said, getting a little chippy out there and a little out of hand. They're trying to keep a hold on things. Stackhouse over the 100-yard mark here in the first half. 1st and goal for the Cougars from the 3. Stackhouse hitting the backfield. Doug Richardson knifing in to stop Stackhouse short.
And Scott cleaned up 62 and 55. Got there in a hurry.
And they are hitting.
Yep, you can hear it all the way up here. Watch. There's the high. There's the other low.
It's got to score. There'll be definitely
3 tackles for a loss coming into this game for Stackhouse, or for Richardson rather. You can add another. Back at the 4. Stackhouse again met in the backfield. Scott was there, Richardson as well, along with Delaney. And this Wildcat defense is impressing me, Dale. They're playing hard.
They are playing hard. And I'm going to call a play. I'll call the play. Darnell Saps.
I like the call.
Okay. I hope he's in.
West Genesee has been outscored 108-6 coming into this game in the last 3 games, but I can't figure out how that happened with the way this defense is playing here tonight. 3rd and goal. Anastasi, end zone, can't get it. Ulysses Martin was out in the pattern and he was open, but he couldn't catch up to the football.
Well, that's the play I was going to call. Saps wasn't in. It was a boot. They've done it before. It's a timing pattern. You got a linebacker on a swift back, although he's a 210-pound swift back, as Ulysses Martin, lays out for it, not able to bring it in, and he says to Anastasi, we'll get the next one. So it looks like a field goal attempt.
Ray Ryan out to attempt the field goal. He's got 2 already this year from 36 and 26. This from 22. And it's a little wide that time. Well, the Wildcat defense does the job. The goal line stand. The Cougars had 1st and goal from the 3. They settle for the field goal try and can't get it. So it's still a 1 touchdown lead for the Cougars with under 40 seconds to play.
Snap a little dicey on that, but he got it off. Didn't convert.
Corcoran in the latest post-standard top 10, right there at number 5 in the area. All 4 teams ahead of them are unbeaten so far. So Corcoran with the 1 loss coming in. And mostly because they have, as we said earlier, have been on a roll. 65-3 in their last 2 contests. Wildcats will run it.
Is it Delaney up the middle, I think.
And just as I was about to say, they were going to let the first half run down. They call a timeout. As they got 9 yards on first down up to the 29.
Well, it gives them a little room to work with, and obviously if you got 2nd and short, you can always go back for the first down, and maybe we'll see a long pass. The halfback option worked for him. I don't think that'll work again right now. Possibly.
Standings in AA1 coming in. Cougars right there, hoping somebody can knock off CBA. The brothers going for their 53rd straight win at home tonight against CNS, so that's quite a battle. But if Corcoran should hang on and win this one, they would gain ground on one of those 2 teams, possibly pass CNS, or it could be a 3-way tie for first place. In AA2, FM and Henninger and Rome all tied, unbeaten in the league play, heading into tonight's. And we've got RFA and FM next week out in Rome. Just under 32 seconds to go in the first half. Wildcats down a touchdown.
5 wide receivers.
Now the quarterback draw and nothing doing. Auburtine caught by Sledge in the backfield. Sledge, that's actually a pretty good name for a defensive tackle, isn't it?
They'd have to call him Sledge.
Hammer.
There you go.
Yep.
You got it.
Yeah, I don't think you'd call him Sister Sledge if you knew it was good for you.
I don't think they're going to get a playoff here. I think this is going to be the halftime.
I think maybe that they'll settle for that after the way that play went. And the first half clock will run down. The Wildcats will head to the locker room. Just down a touchdown. And I'll be honest with you, Dale, Didn't think they'd be that close at this point.
Well, you know what, that stand down there where they forced the field goal attempt was big because it kept them momentum-wise. They got to say, hey, we can come back and score and win this game, and you know what, we're still in it. So a big psychological boost, and I like the way the defense has been playing for West Genesee. The offense got to step it up a little bit.
And as we said, that's why they play the game. You just don't know what's going to happen, so they'll play 2 more quarters after a halftime break. Lots going on at halftime. Hall of Fame night here at Corcoran. Inductions coming up next. Halftime at Corcoran High School on senior night. The Corcoran Cougars leading the West Genesee Wildcats 14-7. It's also Hall of Fame night as new members of the Corcoran Athletic Hall of Fame are about to be inducted. Let's throw it downstairs to the Master of Ceremonies tonight, Rocco Carbone.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our halftime celebration. I'd like to extend a welcome to our guests from West Genesee and our Corcoran football family. This is the class of 2005 Hall of Fame induction ceremony. I'd like to thank the Corcoran Athletic Department, Corcoran High School, and the Corcoran Hall of Fame for your continued support of Corcoran Athletics. It is with great privilege and an honor to introduce to you the newest members of the Corcoran Hall of Fame. Our first Hall of Famer is Beth Carey. Beth was an outstanding swimmer and volleyball player, but she made her name in gymnastics. Beth was the Section 3 champion in gymnastics from 1980 to 1982. Beth was also a state champion from 1980 to 1981 in the category of all-around. After graduating from Corcoran in 1982, Beth went to the University of Arizona on a gymnastics scholarship. In all her 4 years at Arizona, she was awarded the Golden Eagle Academic Achievement Athletic Award. Beth resides in California, where she's an air traffic controller. Due to her busy schedule, Beth could not be here tonight. Accepting her Hall of Fame plaque is her fellow classmate, Sandy Bell. Presenting Beth Carey with her Hall of Fame plaque is retired gym teacher and coach from Corcoran High School, Miss Jan Bloom. Beth Carey, welcome to the Corcoran Hall of Fame. Our second Hall of Famer is James Dismute. James started his high school baseball career as an 8th grader. In his first 3 years of varsity baseball, his batting average was over 400. His junior and senior years, James hit over 500 for the Cougars. As a pitcher, James compiled a record of 8 wins and only 1 loss. After graduating from Corcoran, James was drafted in the 12th round by the Cincinnati Reds. As a player, James won a AAA championship, a AA championship, and as a coach, he won a single A championship with the Cincinnati Reds. James is currently the hitting coach for the Cincinnati Reds AA team in Chattanooga, Tennessee. James is in Tennessee tonight and could not be here. Accepting his plaque is his mother, Alice Dismute. Presenting James Dismute with his Hall of Fame plaque to his mother, Alice, is Corcoran's one and only baseball coach, Bob Southey Southworth. Our third Hall of Famer is Deion Alexander. Deion was an all-league running back his junior and senior years. In both years, he rushed for over 1,600 yards. In that magical senior season, Deion and his teammates led the Cougars to the Section 3 Class A title in the Carrier Dome with a thrilling 7-6 win over Whitesboro. In track, Deion set the record for Section 3 and state for the 55-meter run with a time of 6.3 seconds. Deion went to the University of Pittsburgh on a football scholarship. A back injury cut his career short, but he was able to finish his degree at Pittsburgh. Presenting Deion Alexander with his Hall of Fame plaque is his former track coach, John Holm, and his former football coach, Rick Leffler. Deion Alexander, welcome to the Hall of Fame. Our fourth Hall of Famer is Tony Hawkins. Tony was a first-team All-CNY Cities League defense for his junior and senior years. Tony also played basketball and ran track for the Cougars. He accepted a scholarship to Iowa State University for football. He started his last 3 years at safety and was named team captain his senior year. In the Big 8 Conference, he was selected first-team All-Defensive Team his junior and senior years. Tony's bloodlines continue today as his grandson, Jaheim Green, is a member of the Corcoran varsity football team wearing jersey number 21. Also joining Tony tonight is his classmates from 1973, including his teammate and classmate, Paul Grace, who was responsible for nominating Tony. Presenting Tony Hawkins with his Hall of Fame plaque is his former basketball coach, Don Churchill. Our last Hall of Famer is Assemblyman William B. Magnarelli. Assemblyman William Magnarelli enters the Hall of Fame as a major contributor. These bleachers that we sit on, this track that we run on, and this field turf that we play on was because of his motivation and his commitment to building a better Corcoran athletic complex. Assemblyman William B. Magnarelli was very instrumental in bringing the state funding and making this dream come true. Presenting William B. Magnarelli with his Hall of Fame plaque is Corcoran Athletic Director April Wertheim and Corcoran Principal Brian Nolan. Assemblyman William Magnarelli, welcome to the Corcoran Hall of Fame. This is the class of 2005. Beth Carey, James Dismuke, Deion Alexander, Tony Hawkins, and Assemblyman William B. Magnarelli. Welcome to the Corcoran Hall of Fame.
There you have it, class of 2005, couple of former football players entering the Corcoran Athletic Hall of Fame here tonight. And the Cougars trying to make it an all-around good night, leading 14-7 here at halftime.
High school football on Time Warner Sports 26 is sponsored by Burdick Drivers Village. It's about time. By the Syracuse Fitness Store, family-owned and operated for over 35 years. By Big 4 Tire. See Big 4 for tires and more. By Installations Unlimited, your complete auto and truck accessory store. And by Brazil Chevrolet, rock solid.
And welcome back to Corcoran High School. We're at halftime. where Corcoran leads West Genesee 14-7. I'm joined here at halftime with Corcoran Athletic Director April Wertheim. April, thanks for joining us. Great festive week, pep rally last night. We just had a Hall of Fame ceremony. Tell us about it.
The kids have been pumped all week. It's homecoming week. We also tied it in with our Hall of Fame. We've had great support all week. The kids have been great in school, getting ready for the game. We have a dance tonight. We're so happy that you guys came and did this. It's been a great football game. The Hall of Fame has been very successful for us. It's great to see the alumni come back. The stadium has just been fantastic for this community, and you can see, just judging by all the spirit, it's just been great.
Yeah, tell us about how this stadium came to fruition. It's one of the best facilities. Our first time here, and I tell you, it's one of the best.
Well, I'll tell you, the nicest thing about it is, obviously we are part of the Syracuse City School District, but when the community and especially the people from the county come up here, it's like another world. I mean, they can't say enough about it, and it has just been such a positive thing for us. Obviously, some of the county schools started the ball rolling with getting some funding for their facilities, and thankfully for Assemblyman Magnarelli and other people, we were able to secure the funds, and it's a dream come true.
Well, you hit it right on the head. It's like another world up here. It's a beautiful facility. April, thanks for joining us at halftime.
Thank you so much for having us. Good luck.
And we'll be back to meet the cheerleaders from both squads here. We're at Corcoran High School. The halftime score, Corcoran 14, West Genesee 7. Back with more right after this.